News 12 local headlines from EPB. This is the place for the latest news from around the Tennessee Valley and North Georgia.
Hello everybody, it's me, Andrew Harrison. Here's what's making headlines for you right now. Cleveland man charged with the murder of his ex-wife faced a preliminary bond hearing today, and we want to warn you, some of the details of this story could be disturbing.
135 Archer Lane. Please stop.
Those were some of the very last words screamed by Karen Liner before she was murdered in the driveway of her Cleveland home on the morning of January 27th. She desperately called 911. Her husband Craig Liner is charged with first-degree murder and felony murder in her death. Today, a Bradley County judge found there was enough probable cause to bound this case over to a grand jury. This was after he heard testimony from investigators and friends of Liner. One witness is Liner's first cousin. He said he came home to find Craig Liner acting strangely and holding 3 firearms.
And he said, "Well, it's over." I said, what are you doing? It's over. I said, "What do you mean? I finished it," or I was in a state of shock at that point. I was like, what?
Now, the judge also ruled this is a capital murder case. That means that Liner cannot get bond, that if he's ultimately convicted, he could face the death penalty. An investigation continues in the tragic death of an infant left in a hot car last summer. Violet Blackdeer died on August 12, 2024. Officers working in an active school zone found Timothy Paul Blackdeer and his unresponsive daughter Violet. She was pronounced dead after revival efforts failed. They determined that she'd been left unattended in the car for most of the day while her dad went to work at a nearby construction site. He was indicted earlier this week on charges of first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse and neglect. Now, the mom, Caitlin Danielle Blackdeer, was arrested on Thursday. She is charged with criminally negligent homicide. I do thank you for joining us for News 12 Headlines, and we'll be back in a mere 60 seconds.